All right. Everybody on their position. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this nice live stream on which we are talking about the SCUM Interactive Map. I was waiting for this live stream for a while, having in mind that we did that video before with the tutorial on the SCUM tutorial map and interactive map. And now we have Jazi, the developer of the SCUM Interactive Map, which I want to thank you so much for doing this great job. Because without without his map, I couldn't do a lot of videos and I couldn't do things much easier in SCUM, and it is really great. Before introducing Jazi, I just want to do another thing which I haven't done in a while, and I want to give you a proper welcome to the stream, and here it is.
Welcome to the stream. Grab some popcorn and enjoy.
And this was our fun. Hey Jazzy.
Hello.
Yeah.
I was thinking when I need to talk or not, or just shut up myself.
Yeah, well, you can talk whenever you want and whenever you think that is needed. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, so today we're gonna discuss about the SCUM Interactive Map. We're gonna dive in some new features, some old features and new features, the future of the future of the SCUM map. Just a sec, as I see that we don't have Jesse really good on the live stream because you cannot hear him really well. Okay, Jesse, can you please speak something? Tell us something.
Something. I hope it's okay right now.
Yeah, should be. All right, so um, I'm still waiting because we have some latency. Okay, everything is good. Jesse, to start from the beginning, I wanna say thank you to the Bloody Marauders for hosting this live stream. Guys, if you wanna check out Bloody Marauders, it is a great server. You have all the info down below in the video description. This is a bot server, but it's not a bot server which gives you everything. You still have to struggle to loot and grind some stuff. But they have great admins, they are great guys. Like, they have 2 times puppet damage, low mech damage, they have events, world events, they have kill feed, everything. You have on their Discord, on server info, you have all the info that you want to see. And I want to say thank you to Jeff for hosting this live stream on his server. And with this being said, Jesse, first of all,
Me.
tell us a few things about yourself so we can know you better, and then we're gonna dive into the next topics of this live stream today.
What I can tell about myself. My name is Chris. I'm from Poland. Mm, Currently I'm 33 years old, so
Okay.
old bastard.
Yeah, well, we're kind of the
Uh,
same age, so
Yeah. Well, I work as a programmer, to be precise, as a web developer. So I'm creating web apps. What I can say more?
all right.
Um,
Well, that's pretty much enough. We don't want to know any juicy details about yourself. Yeah.
all right. Maybe later after maybe second beer or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, true, of course. So, how did you came up with this idea? What determined you to create this map, to actually develop the map? What happened? What was the moment when triggered this idea in your head, and you said, "Okay, I'm gonna develop a map because I need this." Why? How? Tell us. the story behind it.
Well, I think that the point of which you are talking about is the point where this project named Zupa Maps. This was also
Okay.
an interactive map, which was used by everyone in SCUM previously.
Yeah.
Out of sudden, they like the creator of this project decided to go off and to close the project. And at that particular time, I was searching for an idea for a project. Like uh, the whole my life, I've been doing something like after work, and the the something is about like doing some projects. And at particular moment, I was not doing any project, any
I see.
side project. So in the same time when seeing the Zupa maps go down and playing SCUM at that
Yeah.
time, like I don't know,
Yeah, I know.
eight,
I
eight,
was using those maps also, and they were helping me a lot. And after I saw
yeah,
that the site is not available anymore, if you remember, I told you that what happened with those sites, because I don't see them anymore.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
so I was seeing an opportunity for me at that moment that well, I was asking myself why not to try, you know, especially that you know, I am a type of a person which always needs to do something, you know, even after work. When I'm working, but when I do not work, like after work, I'm still working. So you know,
yes,
so
yes.
yeah, this was like a gap, empty gap to fill. Maybe not like a full gap because still I was playing SCUM quite much, and well, I was searching for a project, so it was that at that point that I decided to go on with this, and
All right.
well, I started
Yeah.
to implement this.
Okay. So this is an ambitious project, I must say, and it is a great thing. But
Man, ambitious, but that project was planned to be like a project for a couple of days at most. So not very ambitious. I was my aim was to create that project only with a basic features, you know, to people to like share people that map with the markers, especially etc. etc. with those POIs, bunkers, whatever.
yeah.
And at that time I was planning to have that project only for a couple days, at maximum for maybe 2-3 weeks. And yeah, 3 months have passed. I'm still doing that shit.
Yeah, you're you are like, okay, I'm gonna do just the bunkers. Okay, and I have this other idea. Let's do the gas stations also. And you were like bombarded with a lot of ideas and a lot of stuff, and you were going and going and going. This is how I imagine that this escalated so much.
Man,
And
this haven't changed. This is still the same.
y- yeah, yeah. Um, I wanna ask if this is like one team effort from the beginning. It was just you, or were others that helped you? I don't know. Like you started and then you had a team, or you are having a team from the beginning. How this was?
Well, at the beginning, it was only me. I decided to go with the project to implement this. And it is still like that in regards to the coding. So I'm doing the coding only, and the server stuff, the website stuff, the organization, etc., etc. But
Okay.
I would lie if I would if I was alone with this, cause when the time was passing, those like 3 months in overall for now,
Okay.
I was meeting quite good, nice people. like bunch of people which helped me with various stuff, like collecting markers,
Okay.
like pointing out about the bugs, about like giving ideas of features. So
Okay.
even if I started alone and I'm still coding it alone, behind this team, there is like I don't know, 10 or 15 people, which are helping me with mostly collecting stuff and putting like items on the map, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So even if I'm doing the core alone, I'm not alone, to be honest. And thanks to those people, the map contains what it contains
Yeah,
currently.
yeah. I just wanted to say thank you to your team that they're doing great efforts and yeah, helping you. I want to say hello to Horshan, Alexandra, Void. Hello to everybody which joined the live stream. We are having an eye on your comments, but yeah, we are replying
Wink,
now and
wink.
then. Yeah, I want to mention the fact that there's gonna be a Q&A section on the live stream. Later on the live stream where you can ask Jazi questions if you would like and find out more stuff. Jazi, I have another question for you. Uh,
Sure.
for how long are you playing SCUM?
Um, I think I'm currently playing it 1.5 year.
One and a
Like,
half years.
yeah, it would be nice to say I'm playing, cause to be honest, I'm not playing at all since 2 months, I think, because I'm spending too much time at SCUM Map.
Okay.
But yeah, I've spent a lot of time in SCUM. I think I have over 1,500 hours invested in that game. So yeah,
Okay.
it's
So
something.
okay, so with this certificate that you mentioned, I would want to ask you, what's the purpose, the real purpose of the map, like of this project? What's the deal with it? Okay, what's the purpose of the map?
um, to be honest, there are multiple. This map can be used by like beginners in SCUM, like advanced gamers, like server owners or other people. Like it can be used literally for multiple uses, like only to know where things are, but also for planning your way through the island or setting up your custom map for the server, like for server owners. Uh, really, in regards to those 3 months, so many features came into the project that this project
Can
started to be really complex, and
Yes,
it
I've
really can
noticed.
be used by like several types of people.
Yeah, because this was the next question for you. I wanted to ask that, but you already answered to me. What's the targeted people? And from my perspective, I've noticed the fact that the map can be used by server owners, by players, by content creators. It is like it has a lot of niches that you can go through and use the map in your advantage. And these niches like uh, players, server owners, content creators, it is split it in other sections also. Because, for example, as I discovered it, the map can be used like for hiding stashes, like a solo player which doesn't want to have a base. You can hide the stash, you can mark the bases, you can mark the routes, and a lot of stuff which we're gonna talk about later on this live stream about how we can use the map on our advantage. But yeah, as an addition
Yeah.
of what you were saying, um, yeah, so this map can be used by a lot of other a lot of players,
Yeah.
and yeah, it is really complex.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
like I said, to answer your question, uh, maybe it is already answered a bit, but well,
yeah,
every day I receive, like maybe not every day, but at least once a week, I'm receiving a message from like a new person to my community at the Discord that this map helps a lot, and it has features which are needed for that person,
yeah.
and those people are very different. For example, last time I had a message from a person which had about 20 only hours in SCUM.
Okay,
Previously, I got a message from a server owner that he can do like his server's custom map, and to send link to
yeah,
people.
yeah,
Yeah, it's very like it seems, because I personally do not know, but it seems like this map is usable for different kind of people, for advanced,
yeah,
for beginners, for scam owners, for even streamers or YouTubers. It
yeah.
has multiple purposes, especially with inclusion of latest updates.
Okay. Yeah, well, I hope that the community will grow, and once you have a community, which you already have, when you have a great community, great ideas will come up. And yesterday I was seeing on Reddit, where I post the announcement for the live stream, I saw someone that was asking about the crops, to add the feature of having filters for the crops in game on the map. Um, I will ask you now about this. Will this gonna come? Because people will want to know if the crops filter will come, and what this means for you in terms of development and gathering all the information for having this filter. Because people maybe cannot imagine how easy or how hard it is to develop such a thing. But do you have this in plan, or and how this will gonna be?
Well, right now I'm smiling from ear to ear, because this particular topic is with me since almost the beginning of the project. I mean, that people like literally after the day when I published the project, like the most top first version of the project, with
All
the
right.
totally basic stuff, not even having the logging feature or whatever. I received a question about the crops. And since then, like, people are asking me about the crops, and I know that this is really, like, people needs it somehow.
Yeah.
And but in the same time, I'm answering them like the same answer, like I would now, like I will answer now, that um, the thing with crops is the most complex thing of scam about searching locations and coordinates for those
Yeah, so
things,
you
for vegetables and fruits.
you
So
basically everything you put on the map is an actual search, right? Like an
yes,
actual
exactly. It's
you
like,
go in game and you search for, I don't know, I just say examples for gas stations, for whatever you filters will be
yeah.
placed there. You go on the
Well,
game and
sometimes,
mark them.
yeah, sometimes it is like that you plus minus know where, for example, those gas stations are. So you just teleport yourself with the tool from the SCUM map to
Oh yeah,
a particular place. You are trying to get with your character in the center of the gas station, and you are copying the location, the coordinates, and those gas stations are in amount of, I don't know, 20 at tops. right?
Yeah.
So it is still at least 30 to 60 minutes of work about to teleport to location, to find the location, to copy the coordinates, to get the coordinates into the code, and then push the code into the server. So it's like even we are talking about the gas stations only, and it is about 20 minutes of work, if 60 minutes of work in total. It still it is still quite complex. And while talking about vegetables or fruits like crops in
Okay.
overall,
Yeah.
we are talking about I don't know 500 locations or like I'm shooting right now,
Yeah.
but this is one thing. Another one, like a second thing, is that those are small as fuck,
Oh
that
yeah.
you really,
Yeah.
really need to search for them
I I
to
was
know that they are somewhere.
Yeah, really, I was thinking about crops because that would be really nice, but I think it is a really humongous work to search every single patch of, I don't know, mushrooms or strawberries or ramsons because they are really small and they can be
Yeah,
scattered everywhere. And also, in experience, I can say that, for example, in D1, there were those patches of strawberries. Horshan, you probably know those patches of Ramsons, strawberries, and mushies that were around the base when we played. And also you, Jazzy, those are gone after the update. So
yeah,
I think all these small ones will be gone with new updates and the new changes of the map. But I think what, in my opinion, I think would be nice um, to have the main crops. Like for examples, it would be nice to have like the gardens in A1, to have
yeah.
the, I don't know, the
Like potatoes,
trees, the
watermelons,
potatoes,
some
yeah,
trees.
the
Yeah, 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 yeah.
cornfields,
Well,
the trees, the trees compounds that have fruits like wild
yeah, yeah,
cherries,
or
apples.
cornfields,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, those are the simplest ones because they are like bigger, right?
yeah,
But what I wanted to say also that okay, maybe it's hard work, but it's doable. I mean that I've been talking in the past like weeks or so. I've been talking with a couple of people about this, and some of them already started to collect those locations, those coordinates.
yeah, yeah.
So I was thinking about gathering a group of people and split the work like between all of those people, and like to split the work per, I don't know, sector or a keypad,
Yes,
in that way, having, for example, I don't know, around 10 people, we can gather those locations coordinates much more faster. And
yes, yes.
well, it is a way to go. At least, like for sure, better if I would do this alone, because right now I rather to uh, to focus on SCUM map features and to add more features like polylines, right? Drawing polylines or
Yes,
moving layers or whatever, right? Instead of walking around the map and collected those, because I already did a lot of them. Like you said in your video about the SCUM map, there are already over 2,000
2000.
markers.
Yeah.
Currently, there are, I think, 2,300, and there are still coming, still coming.
Okay.
So that's why I rather to focus on the features and maybe leave that particular stuff of finding the coordinates to people willing to help me with collecting
All
those.
right. All right. I want to say hello to LTW official SCUM community. Thank you for joining. Ruder, Ruder X, and to everyone else that joined the stream. We will ask the questions that you are placing in the SCUM in the live chat in a second. Jesse, I have another question for you.
Sure.
If you would
Again.
if you would have to rate main features of the map, what would that be? Like, let's choose 1 to 3 main features of the map. Which ones do you think are the most efficient, important? I know every feature is great on its own, but
Yeah,
what's the
that
most
we all.
what's the most feature of the queen of the features that you have on the map?
um, well, I think that there are for sure two particular ones which were even when I was posting messages on Reddit or Scam Reddit, they were the most the features which had the most votes
Okay.
on their posts. Mm, uh, the first one, which like I don't know why, but it blew people's minds, was a ruler that people can can calculate the distances between like 2 points or several points. They can plan the routes with the ruler.
Yeah.
After like this feature came into the SCUM map, I've upgraded it with bearing and direction, so it already have like three. It gives already three about three informations about like terrain, you know.
Yes.
So this was the first, like, the most, I don't know, voted, maybe needed. I don't know. I was surprised, to be honest, that this was a feature which people liked the most.
Right. Nice.
The second one is the latest one, which is the topographic map.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
this
would
is very unique feature, not even met on Zupa maps or any other
Yeah, I think that's gonna
map
break the
application.
ranking.
Exactly. Well, about that team you were talking about previously, the one of members of that team is Phobos, so he done like tremendous work around this map, this version of the map, because the topographic map came to SCUM map thanks to him. He like he was doing his graphical magic thingy
Yeah.
with the map with help of mine, with help of devs a little bit, and yeah, that
Thank
was
you,
the
Phobos.
result of it. Thank you, Phobos, for this. It is really big thing in SCUM map currently.
Yeah.
And the third one, mm, I don't know. Maybe I would shoot with just in overall in markers
Right.
that the map have those 2,300 markers available to people,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
it includes boats, cars,
Oh yes.
those drill presses, like almost everything, to be honest, besides grubs. Yeah, I think like I do not have any more plans of other types of markers. I think there are plans for water sources, but I do not remember more like if there are more categories to be added. But
I
yeah,
see.
currently
Yeah.
having that much of markers, I think that this is the third feature which is most used by
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Well, I must say that the ranking is as I was expecting in terms of players. For me, for example, if I would have rated these ones, I would have mentioned teleport 2 because helps a lot of exploration and stuff and
Yeah.
tactics. I don't know. Yeah, I I agree with what you said. Yeah, but I would include the teleport tool also. And
Yeah,
maybe
to be honest, without that feature, the markers would not appear as fast.
yes, and without the teleport feature, for example, you have the markers, but without the teleport feature, well, having in mind that you're playing on a server, you cannot teleport yourself. But if you want to explore an area faster and you have the filters, okay,
Yeah.
you put the filters, take the teleport tool, and this is much easier rather than what we have done before. Like, see where the filter is, like the marker for a cave. Spawn in a car and take the car and drive to that marker.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it can be a series of what you can do with it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Uh, what do you think is the vision for this project, the future? Where do you think it's gonna stop? If it's gonna stop sometimes or not? What's
uh,
what do you have in what?
Let me say this. I thought, like, I had thoughts that this will stop, like, every week when I was implementing new feature, and when I implemented something, the new things were like appeared, and like for now, having a big list of to do features or like some simplifications of UI or whatever, I really do not know when it will end because there is so much stuff to be added
I
and
see.
really. But what are the plans?
Yeah, I just let us know what's the next thing to implement on the map, like the prior thing. Living beside the topographic map.
Yeah.
What's the next thing? The juicy information, the juicy secret, the juicy next thing that you're gonna implement on the map.
Yeah, besides this, like you said, besides the topographic map, which brought another set of ideas and things to be upgraded.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. Well, to be honest, I think that many people uh, requested about um, translation of the page, so to make it available in other
in other
languages.
languages, yes.
For example, I already, even when not having a system or a code adjusted to translations, I already been messaged with filters translations. So I already
Oh,
have
okay.
some translations, even though I did not ask for this. you know so yeah, people are active and they really want the translation of the page.
Yeah.
So it
I
might be
think
that
I think that's
it,
gonna be funny translating everything from English to
oh
other
yeah.
languages because it sometimes doesn't sound really like I don't
Oh yeah.
know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I will be thinking for sure about it. Maybe I will try to, in the first place, find a system, an online system, which will help in translating of words. And I will be having only a UI in some kind of system, and people will be able to log in and just put their translations like without me knowing of this. So having this, then I will be able to gather all the data and just put it into the website. But still, it is about creating the system, like the core of translation in SCUM Map.
I
So
see.
still something must be done from my side, but maybe the community will be like willing to help with this also.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Well,
that's
so
nice. That's really
yeah.
nice because uh having English speakers, okay, and people that knows English, I at least on my channel, I have noticed that people from Spain, Thailand, beside United States, United Kingdom, um, they are using, and Italy also are using subtitles on my channel. So I think by doing the translation, people will discover more. And I think this is a
Might,
good addition for this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it might. Well, we'll see. I have a tons of other ideas of features. Besides the translation, there is still a feature of polylines to implement, or just dragging or resizing the squares
Oh,
or
yes.
circles, because right now you can only create them and delete, not you cannot modify them, so it's somehow a limited feature currently.
All right.
I don't know, even like the Zupa map had this ping feature when you could share a particular location with your teammates just by clicking the map. So it is another idea, another thing to discuss.
Yeah.
Well, there are many ideas, and with the map itself, with layers, with like a customizing. Uh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there
Well,
are a lot of things.
to be
Um,
honest, all of those ideas are currently available through the website. When people will click on the eye, this blue eye icon in the map, they will see a link to a bug tracker, the issue tracker, and I'm trying to post the list of ideas for future implementation, so people can vote there on those ideas. They can comment those ideas
all right.
that they want that feature
Oh, okay.
ASAP,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
example.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, yeah, and I like almost every week I'm adding something in there. That's why I'm talking about those never-ending ideas
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
features.
so a great idea is everyone join your Discord server and leave their thoughts and suggestions and ideas down there,
Oh yeah,
so to take part of this project if they would want, of course.
yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, um, I wanted to ask you, what was the main struggle of developing? Like, have you had like major issue, like the biggest issue that you had on developing this map, beside the thing that you have to search for everything for the filters, or I don't know. I am thinking about um copyright. I am thinking about this GDPR thing because you can create an account. Any other major feature that puts in danger or put it in danger the project and having it stop at some point.
Um, well,
I don't know,
let me say,
coding.
let me say this at the start. You mentioned all about going with the in-game character and to gather those locations.
Yes.
On the start, I must say that this kind of a job is more relaxing than the whole part of the project.
Because
Really.
because you actually see that game, right?
You see that game, you are just, you just going into the game, walking around, copying locations, and you are just writing them down in the adapted document or in the Google Drive. So I want to tell this that this is the most relaxing part of the project. Mm,
Okay.
and the rest, to be honest, it depends, of course. Like, I'm a very impatient type of a guy, and my desk is struggling with me, but I can say that the most like the biggest struggle with this project for me would be like, I think, like for all web or like programmers of a software, I mean the optimization of the map.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is the biggest, in my opinion, it is the biggest pain in DS. Creating new features is a category of building something from scratch, to experiment with something, to dig into Google and to know something more. For example, very big achievement for me was to get known with the um, coordinates algorithm
Oh
with
yes.
the distances algorithm, that
Yeah.
you need to calculate 2 points or whatever. Even when you are drawing lines or drawing circles or similar, you need to always calculate those distances between points, etc.
Yeah.
With that with that you have a variable of location of your mouse, and everything goes around this position of the
Oh
mouse.
yes. Yes.
uh,
I
but
haven't
the
thought about
biggest
this.
yeah, and the biggest struggle is of course optimization. For example, when when you will turn on all markers currently of the project will be very laggy, and I'm still struggle with it because it's not an easy task to make it work fast, having so many elements to render. It's very similar like in the game, in the scam game. So I very understand developers, because when you have the scam opened, there are millions elements to render in the game in front of your character,
Yeah.
and the same is in that project, that little project, when you need to render multiple 2000 of markers, then your browser, your computer also struggle with it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. Well, I haven't thought about this. Well, I was thinking about multiple issues that you can have, like on coding or stuff, but I haven't thought about optimization, and it is a struggle because I know that I try to build some websites, and it is a pain in the ass to try to make it look best and better, and to have the user experience to be the best one, you know?
Yeah, yeah. This is the point of it, like that. If you want the project to be usable, to be used by people, the project needs to work smoothly, to work properly,
Yes.
not to crash every 30 seconds or whatever,
Yeah.
so it is quite challenging to give that to users, to in the same time to give many features to users and to have it optimized the best as you can have to
Yeah.
make those features be usable.
Yeah. To be functional, not just to have them there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because this is no point of having, if you cannot use them.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, true. I remember that you had some features that there were there, and you said that it comes to be fixed. But yeah, it is true. You have to have them functional. Scum community has a question, an interesting question for you, and I'm gonna speak it out. When your idea was stolen,
uh, my idea was stolen.
I don't know. Was your idea stolen? Because this is
uh,
an interesting question.
Yeah, it is interesting question. To be honest, yeah. Well, in the past there was one situation where the locations of the markers, I don't know, up there were, I think that moment went occurred right after I've created those car spawn markers.
All right.
So at that point, probably I had about, I don't know, 1,500 markers or something. I'm shooting right now at the number.
Yeah.
And those locations, I want to name it correctly because I do not want to like create any
So to
how
un
call it.
to understand, someone stole your feature, your filters locations, or because I did.
Well, they were used without my knowledge about this.
Oh, all right, I see.
Even though that I've collected them personally
All right.
and put them onto my map, and like they were on my server, etc., etc. They were used by someone else in their version of the map.
Oh, I see.
So
So
without not even asking me, not like I have nothing to ask
yeah,
me about like using it.
you didn't
But it
wanted a
would be nice to
permission.
just whatever with permission. It's not about this. I don't care, to be honest. Like I have this situation in the back of my head, but still I do not care as much. But only what I want to say is that it would be just nice to say about it. And just like put a link to SCUM Map that the source of those are from my project, you know.
I see.
And that's all. Like I know that these people are just people, like people are
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know, and I
yeah,
really do not want to get like to dig into that
yeah, yeah,
situation. I'm
yeah.
trying to forget about this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, what I wanted to point out is not as they should have asked for your permission, but to just say, hey, we want to replicate your map, so we have our own community. Can we use your information that you gathered? Or I don't know, we are gonna use your information or to notice you somehow. But having in mind that they were sneaky, yeah, that's not a correct thing, not a good thing.
Just about using my work, and it includes a couple dozens of hours of going through the map with the character online and collecting the stuff, you know.
Yeah, 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 true.
It's not like like a this, you know.
Yeah.
Point, and it is like that, but
Yeah. Well, now we are gonna jump from one side to another, from sad stories to funny stories. Tell us some funny moments that you had whilst developing the map. Like some funny moments, I don't know, where you laughed by your own developing the map or with your team, or tell us some funny moments, some juicy moments.
uh, funny moments. To be honest, there are not like I cannot think about particular funny moment. Maybe for some people it will be funny, but not for me.
All right.
That to be honest, I'm working in like said previously. I'm working on SCUM Map since around 3 months for now,
All right.
and it includes mostly evenings and nights. So like there were a couple like occasions, moments where I was working on it late night, and after like I don't know 11 p.m. like or midnight or even later, my wife appears in the door, and she's looking at me like with madness in her, you know,
Yeah.
in her face, and he is like not even talking to me, but she's just shooting this side. So yeah, I'm spending too much time at this project, and probably it somehow, you know, uh, I'm missing the English word.
Well,
Affects my closest one.
okay. Yeah.
But still, some things must be done.
Yeah.
Priority.
I I truly know your feeling because I'm in the same boat, some kind. having in mind that I work a lot on videos and a lot of projects, and I know that I am neglecting my kind of my family, but yeah, I try to pull them together and to do
Yeah.
every each and yeah.
Yeah, there
Um
was a time that I was working on it like I think it was about 6 days straight. So I was like jumping out of the one work and to another at SCUM Map and sitting on it on like to midnight or even later, and then getting up at 6 or 7 a.m. and going to work and again and again. Yeah.
non-stop working.
Oh
Uh
yeah.
yeah. Uh Let us know some secrets about the map, like something behind the scenes, if you would want to call it like that. Some secrets. Can you give
Some
us a
secrets.
secret? Yeah, a secret.
Well, from what I said, from what I've seen on the chat, LT Oil already spoiled it. That me and Phobos and LT, we are like they are mostly working at it, but we are working on a version of a map which could be named Scum Go like. Come Earth, let's say, like the it's like the Google Earth.
Oh,
Google
Google
Earth.
Earth. Yeah, Google
Yeah.
Earth.
So we are planning
Oh man,
to implement something like this, that we
you
are
you are
making.
thinking big.
Yeah, we are yeah, but still Phobos and LT were making photos from the app of the map,
All
from
right.
the aerial photo of the map,
Yeah,
and they are um,
putting them together.
yeah, exactly, they are putting them together, and we are planning to create such big map that the zoom on it can be even bigger than now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I have to say that this is like a huge thing to do. I am kind of feeling that this is not only the project itself, it is more like a passion. It's not like let's work
Oh
on a
yeah.
project and I like to work on this project. It's becoming a passion. When you do something with passion, you go towards these things, and
Yeah,
going
yeah.
towards these things will gonna give birth to great things.
Well,
So
yeah, yeah. There are still some other secrets which are existing, but
yeah.
let's leave it like this for now.
All right, I wanted to say speed them out, but okay. It's enough. It's enough. Horshan, you had
One spoiler is enough for
hey,
today.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Horshan, you had kind of a half a question, half an answer of your question, because Horshan was asking the future projects, if you have any future projects, but I think we already discussed about future features. But do you have any projects, other future projects, like
I think that
beside?
Horsen was asking about whether the SCUM map will be available on mobile phones.
Oh, all right, all right.
That we can name it a site like a separate project, because it's still like an app available on mobile instead of PC display or whatever.
Oh, I see.
Mm, well, I can say let's start from this mobile app, and then I can answer your question about the other projects.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Um, Currently, the SCUM map is already available on mobile phones. The issue, although, is that it is available at hello guest.
Hello, guest.
That the map is already available at the uh, mobile browsers, so you can still access the SCUM map through the browsers. through the browsers of your mobile phone. But I have some plans of make it like more available for SCUM for Android or iOS
All right.
devices. But those are still plans, and those are like they will require a lot of time to be implemented. So for now, this topic is a little bit like pushed for later.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, to answer your question about the project,
Yeah.
other projects, I think that currently I'm so obsessed with the SCUM map that I currently have no other no other project. That this project is taking so much of my time that I would have no place for another.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking about that. The fact that having this huge project will take up all your time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Just a sec. Angel, is that you? Hey.
Yep, that's me. What's up?
We are having a live stream on interview. Thank you for joining and for having you here. We are gonna continue with our live stream.
Okay, I was just replying to your message. You said you needed help with something. If
Yeah,
you need help,
it is
I'll.
good. Yeah, it's
Well,
Okay,
okay.
there are
good.
always
Have a
those
good day.
types of people which want to be in that moment.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, this was Angel, one of the admins from Bloody Marauders. I asked him
All
to
right.
help us with some stuff, and yeah, he came to check out. Yeah, he came to check out
One hour later.
if everything is okay. Yeah, they are different time zones, so the server is USA. Yeah,
I see.
they are working hard on the server and also on their real life. Life happens.
I see. Well, yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Going further, I would want to have a look on the map, and I'm gonna pull out the map right now. And what I wanna ask and what I would love to talk about is how we can use the map. For example, because I know that we can use the map from the perspective of a player and from the perspective of a server owner, of a perspective of a content creator.
Hmm.
So I want to dive into some features that we have over here. We're not gonna discuss all of them. If anyone wants to know about more about the SCUM map, I already have a video, some kind of a tutorial which you can watch. Um, and I'm gonna do some other update videos for the map. But I do wanna know about how do you think players should use the map, having in mind that you created the map. I assume that you have ideas of, I don't know, what the markers are for, what the rulers are for, or I don't know. Let's point out some of the situations in which you can use these features, because I can think about I wanna know, like, I'm using the ruler right now, okay? And
Hmm.
I wanna know the distance between 2 points because I wanna know based on my jogging speed or running speed or walking speed, I wanna know how fast can I go from point A to point B. But what other situations can you use the rulers for example? Not only this.
Uh,
I
well, I already received a couple of messages that you can use a ruler for planning your way. For example, many people role playing on their server can use this feature for plan their road. That you need to go 500 meters south, then you need to go from that point 1000 meters to north, and something like this. So this can be like a role play tool that you
Oh, I
use
see.
for this.
I see.
This is one point. Well, the another thing is that you can use just to know what length has, like, I don't know, maybe an airfield. Do you know how long it is, for example, or how long is the city?
Oh, you know that
Or,
that's an interesting thing. Yeah, would be
so
nice.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
what's the
So,
length of
how
the?
many square meters have the city? For example, or a particular village. It can be just an experimental tool to know more about the scam and what the island is offering you.
Oh yeah, not only the game
Yeah, not only
perspective.
gameplay,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
theory, for
So
example.
I just found out that the airfield has 13 kilometers in length. So
You see?
if anyone is playing for a car race or something like that, yeah, now you know that
Yeah. Yeah.
this one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for example, car race, you can plan the route of the car race. Like server owners can plan routes of the car races. Well, there are multiple uses for this.
Yeah. What about the markers? The markers on the map. Let's create a map. Create a new map.
Well, like you have said previously, markers are probably mostly used for hidden stashes, that you can put a marker on a particular point and to remember that you have a hidden stash in somewhere in that point. Or you can, for example, put markers on enemy bases which you want to raid in future. That one of you in your squad is a scout, and he can then pinpoint enemy bases locations for like a raiding in next week or something.
Oh yeah, I see. So you can plan tactics. I want to know about more of planning tactics using the features. Because okay, I placed a marker, I can put a title, I can put additional numbers and select my icon for the marker that I placed.
Mhm.
And what was really interesting that you have a preview down at the bottom, which I really love. And also the fact that you can customize the colors, it is really great. Um, but what about building tactics? Can you build tactics with markers or with, I don't know, with which tools are best to create tactics,
Well,
for example,
to be
to
to be honest, I think they can be like they all can be used in the same time. For example, you can use markers to pinpoint particular points of map where you are changing your location of your squad mates walk, and
okay.
then you can use those markers where, for example, lines, and with those lines you can draw an arrow that which will indicate which direction you need to go, for example.
Okay.
Or you can, in the same time, you can, at a particular point, you can draw a circle that will tell the rest of your squad that the enemies can be in that particular place inside of the circle.
Oh yeah. I really love
Ah,
the share tool, the share location tool, which I find it really great because sometimes you don't have your words on yourself to explain the exact location that you are in. And with the share location tool, I find it really, really useful. For not necessarily for tactics, but to be really quick when it's needed.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
not
That's
explaining.
why. Well, it's still quite slow when you are in action. When you are attacked by enemy. That's why I would love to implement the ping feature, but it is always one of those features which will require bit more of my time.
Yeah. I want to point out the fact that we are gonna answer all the questions in the chat in a few moments now. Um, I just want to point out the fact that I mean, Jazi, can you point out some things about server owners, how they can use the tools for creating? I am creating right now a circle on the map, and I was telling in the video that you can create an event area or a war zone area.
Yeah.
Can you point out some other things that we can uh, do with these things beside that the
Well,
ones that you pointed out that in that area is a player or something like that? Have you think about
in my
anything?
particular, yeah, in my particular opinion, the map view, like the particular map view, a particular server map view, is only available when you are in the game or when admin made a screenshot of the map. But when a server owner would create a custom map, like a public one, and would put those circles and names onto that map, this version of the map, which in the same time will be interactive, like the rest of those maps,
Yes,
will be available all the time for every
for
user,
everyone.
if they will be in the work or if they will be in the transport of some kind or whatever. That map will be still available, and people can check how the map on their server looks like, where
Oh, I see.
they
Yeah.
have, if that, for example, mm, that you are a type of a person which looks for a server with a PvE area, that you don't want to lose your stuff, but in the same time you can exit that PvE area and just you know, do PvP or just loot. And you are searching for a server which have the PvE area. This probably includes that this server will have this green circle in
Yeah.
which people cannot kill themselves,
Yeah.
right?
Like for
So
like for example, you have some trading outposts or I don't
yeah,
know, some really small things and you
yeah,
can point
exactly.
out better on this
And yeah,
interactive map.
yeah, exactly. And in most cases, of course, the map view is available very often in the server information channel, of some kind. But in very like in other cases, it might be that you can only know what's in this server by only joining the server in the
Oh,
game,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
right?
true.
And then clicking M
Oh, yeah.
key, and only then you know if that particular server has PVE map or PVE area sector, you know, or not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And still, you only have a circle, right? But on the interactive map on scummap.com, you can add a text which will inform people what is it exactly. If it's trade area or PVE area, you know, you can describe it more properly.
yeah. Well, I want to point out the fact that you mentioned in our earlier talks the fact that every map that is created and do harm to any servers, like for example, I create a map and I discover all the base locations on that map on that server, and I do want to do harm and I publish it so everyone will know where the base locations are. That map is gonna be deleted, so you have an eye on everything that it's gonna be harmful for players and for servers,
Yeah,
right?
well, yeah. Well, this is the result of creating a map list page, which was created, I don't know, about a month ago. And people started to create public maps with locations of people, even adding the servers' names in the titles, so people would be able to
Yeah,
identify which server it is, and it would give informations about those bases. That's why I'm thinking about that I would probably in the nearest future limit the public maps only to server owners, that only server owners will be able to create public maps.
I see. Yeah. Well, this is kind of good because I am thinking that it's not good to be harmful for anyone. So this should be put on good use, not on trolling or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Um, I would want to go for this new feature over here. I see that you have two buttons, at least this is what I've noticed. You have the button for news, which is down on the left bottom corner, the news button, and this presents all the blog articles that you have posted, right? And the new updates and everything, right?
Yeah, well, with the newest update of the app, I've decided to create a news system to be able to announce about mostly app updates, not only to people which have Discord account, because to that time I was posting announcements about updates only
On Discord.
on Discord, and then after that I was posting some messages on Reddit and Facebook pages, and on the biggest SCUM group on Facebook. It's called SCUM Community,
Yeah.
and those were two mostly used by me places where I was publishing updates, info about updates,
Okay.
and that's why I thought that it would be good to have this section of the project not only to inform people without the Discord and Facebook and Reddit accounts, but
Yeah.
also to help page to be higher in results in Google search. That new articles are helping with putting the SCUM map in Google search results a little bit higher, so more people are able to find the project and to are able to use it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is good because people will have everything in one place. So I just want to point out the fact that you should create, like, if you're watching this live stream now or after the live stream will end, you should create an account on SCUM Map to access all the features, like to use it properly, because you can use it like so, but it's gonna be you cannot create custom maps, for example. So you're not going to be able to use the markers properly. So to get the most out of the SCUM map, you should create the map, an account, and then you can create your own map and use all the features. Um,
Yeah, well, that's to be honest, I was thinking about it recently, and I have no particular solution for this, as I know that the info about those markers, lines, circles, text, etc., etc., like in overall new layers which can be put on the map are not as visible to new users as I think they should, because probably users do not know that to create such things they need to have the account, because without without the account they cannot create custom map, and without the custom map the new like custom layers cannot be created on it.
I see. Um, okay, let's take a few questions because I saw that there were a few questions, and we are gonna lose the chat because I was smart enough not to note them down. So I saw that I think Horshan or Mark was asking about iOS app, or it is optimized for iOS. Do you have any issues on these things, on like having Android or iOS? It's
Well,
depending on that, or
like said previously, for now it is available only for mobile browsers. both Android and iOS, so there shouldn't be any issues with it. If there are, please contact me. But yeah, I have plans on making the app for it, but it is not an easy topic. So it is only an idea for now.
Okay, I see. So you're not gonna develop a SCUM map app for now, but
Well,
it is not
for sure, as of being alone developer in this
right.
project, like making two uh, projects in the same time would consume me, probably.
Horshon said that he is disappointed about the Zoom. I pointed out about this fact. Tell us more about what's the issue. I mean, what's the thing? How we can help you to make this work, or can we do anything? Because people probably are wondering why when you zoom out, or Horshon, I think this is what you wanted to point out. At least I was curious about this thing because of course there are a lot of things going on, like having, for example, the game. You know that the game has some bugs.
Mhm.
Developing such a thing can put issues because some coding are hitting each other, and I don't know, not going along. I don't know what's can this be solved, or it will be solved with a new feature, because I wanted to talk about the topographic map.
Mm,
I just placed the
but what about the zoom? What's wrong with the zoom exactly?
I mean,
Can,
when you zoom out,
yeah.
if you see on my screen, the
Mhm.
bottom sectors, the full zoom out, they are not displayed. When you zoom in, they are displaying. This is the only thing. Well, it's not a major issue, but
Yeah, well, we were talking about it earlier. I think you posted me a message about this. Like I said, if anyone will uh, find any kind of bug that seems to maybe not even crashing the app, but like works inappropriate or like somehow differently if needed, then I'm always open for suggestions, for modifications, for people um, need to know that I'm the only one which makes this, which implements this. I'm not a master about the UI and similar things. Mostly I'm doing things because I'm thinking it will be okay, but it can be otherwise. So this is why I'm always saying that the feedback is a gold for me, that people are sharing info about their point of view, and if something is really wrong with my view, I can for sure accept other points of view of other people.
yeah, well, this is like thinking out of the box and not being in your shell, and this is a good thing that I like on at you, because you're an open-minded. And yeah, tell us more about this topographic map.
Mm,
What's
what
gonna
can I
be
say?
what's gonna be added more? Like I know that you said that you're gonna do like Google Earth look like.
Yeah, well, this is separate topic, to be honest, which is like doing parallelly. But in regards to topographic map, for sure there is missing stuff, like there is no info if a particular area have trees. For sure we will be adding, well, mostly phobos probably.
Okay.
We will be adding info about fences, about walls, There are some missing parts of the map, like the newest POIs. They are missing. We want to, of course, fill the gap. We want also, like, in overall, the topographic map for now is a topographic map, but we are calling it a tactical map because we want in future to be more like a military map, that you see those icons of, for example, churches or hospitals, or like something like it, that it looks more like military map when you can plan the tactical stuff more accurately instead of the regular version of the map.
Yeah, well, I know that there were some talks about adding fences and stuff. Is that true,
Mhm.
or it was like, okay, so it's gonna be on topographic map?
Yeah. Well, we want to like give those informations which are very valuable from the perspective of the like tactics.
Yeah,
That if you have, for example, a bunker, you want to know that the fence is like in like in somewhere in there.
oh yeah,
Currently there is only a marker that
yes,
there is the bunker, but you do not know from the topographic map perspective where the bunker starts.
yeah. Well, as I see it, it is a really huge help. Uh, Looking here at the mountains, I know that these mountains are really big, really high. And if I go down more on south, I can see that it is flat land. So yeah, this
Yeah,
helps a lot with having an
yeah.
idea, not with the map for itself. I'm gonna pull out the other map. So for on this map, you can tell where is a flat land, some kind of, but having the topographic map, you can see the lines and everything, and you can tell where is a flat land
You
and
see
where.
the difference on between the regular and the topographic map, especially when you are in the mountain area.
Yeah,
In there
true.
you see the particular, like, how different it is really. It is really is.
Yeah.
Like when Phobos sent me the first version of this, I was so fucking hyped that I wanted to jump all day and
Yeah.
wanted to publish it right now, but I couldn't.
Yeah, so returning to the chat, I want to mention the fact that Jazi is the developer of the SCUM Interactive Map, and it is not a SCUM game developer. So I cannot answer your questions about SCUM official servers or any game related development, because Jazi is not a game developer, and we can answer questions about the SCUM Interactive Map. Going,
Yeah, I'm like totally unrelated with Gamepires. The SCUM Map project is like totally independent project in regards to SCUM. Like maybe dependent because of the SCUM game itself, right?
yes, true.
But the only thing which relates me to Gamepires is only that I'm talking with them and asking them for some stuff, for info, but nothing more.
Yeah. Also, Mark, I think you asked a question earlier about bunkers and World War II bunkers. If you can point them out, you can point out almost everything on the map. Like you have a tons. If you can see over here, you have a tons of filters that you can choose from. You can choose the bunkers, the World War II bunkers, the kill boxes, the gas stations, like literally everything. If you wanna give it a shot, you have the SCUM map link in video description, and you can check out all the filters over here, and hopefully that it's gonna answer your question and your demands in regards of the SCUM interactive map. Also, I would want to ask some more questions from the chat, Jesse, if you saw any questions or if you wanna say something else about the map that I
Well,
haven't
Scam
covered.
community was asking me a question about which animal I would like to be. uh, well, I was always introducing myself with a logo which had the lizard in it in my profile, and it hasn't changed. Mm, the lizard is because of my nickname, and my nickname in like English language, because I have a nickname in Polish language, but I will not pronounce it because you will not understand it. So in English it means reptile, and it is a character from Mortal Kombat game. So this green character, and in Polish language it was pronounced like a lizard or something like it. So from that particular moment, I'm a lizard, and later it somehow mutated into Jazi.
All right. Yeah, well, that's a nice thing to know. Horshon, about the thing that you were asking, if you can see the distance, like the real time. Um, the only thing that you can rely on, in my perspective, Jesse, if I'm wrong, correct me. For
Hmm?
example, if I wanna see how much how much time in real life time I'm gonna spend from this point over here, and let's say to this point over here, it's saying to me that I have 752 meters,
Mm-hmm.
and on jogging, running, and walking speed, you can kind of calculate how much time, real life time, you will spend. Because if, I mean, the time in game is, I think, real life time, right?
Yeah,
And
probably yes. And it is
if,
very related to the um, attributes which your character has.
yeah, so for example, if my character jogs with 1 kilometer per hour, that's gonna take you 1 hour from point A to point B to go this 700, like
Yeah,
slightly less than an hour to go over these 752 meters. And having in mind that the car drive is something different that relies on your character attributes, as you said. If you are running like 1000 kilometers per hour, you're gonna you can calculate. I'm not very good at math, but you can calculate how much time you will spend. Like, I think for 752 meters, you will do like, I don't know, 1 minute.
yeah. Well, I know what about what portion want to ask, and it is about a similar tool as ruler, which would give info about how much time your character will need to get from point A to B. So, well, this idea for future is also from a while.
Okay.
People were asking about this, so it is on the list, and uh, well, it is on the list, and I do not really know when exactly I will start to implement this. It really depends how I like I told previously on the popularity of the feature of the idea and how many people will want it or not, because from right now about 50 ideas I need to pick one only and to start implement, and then another and another and another. And yeah, it can be very prioritized by the amount of people which wants it, as for example mentioned previously.
I see.
Quite many people asked me about those translations, so this is why I would like to put it in higher priority and make it faster than later.
Yeah. Um, I think Horshon has another question. about sharing the map.
Ah, yeah, I see the question. Will it be possible to upload print screens from in-game when you locate it? Let's say a base that you can share with your squad. Horsen, dear Horsen, like I think it was 3 or 4 updates ago, I've added a feature of aerial photos of points of interest and similar that people can send me photos of some points of interest, for example churches, bunkers, other POIs. This time LLT helped a lot with it. So this was the first step towards to attaching photos to markers. And yeah, this is the first step of attaching in overall photos, so screenshots, images. I have plans also of implementing such feature that people can put custom images to markers, like he said that if you will find enemy's base and you are a role of a scout in your squad, then you can, for example, take some photos of their base
Oh,
to
and
plan attacks, and
you can add them to the markers.
yeah, exactly. And with that you
Oh
can,
man, this is
for example,
really cool.
yeah, for example, you can then when having a set of photos, you can put a meeting in a particular day. We in the whole squad is analyzing those screenshots, and you are planning on from which side you can attack. And I also, to be honest, this is one of those secrets, but fuck me. I I was planning about the feature of polylines, that you can draw polylines on the map.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that you can collect a set of coordinates, for example, with your character. For example, let's say that you have a base, and it has 4 corners, that it is a square, simple square, right?
Yeah.
So you are going to each square of that base, you are collecting the markers of it, and you are putting those 4 markers, because we have 4
corners.
4 corners.
Yeah.
You are putting those into the text area somewhere in the app, and the app is drawing you your base on the map.
Oh, I
And
see.
and the same could be with, for example, enemy map, enemy base, that you will be able enough to be close enough to their base to let's name it a screenshot, to make a screenshots of those corners with your map, save those corners, put them on the map, and then you have a particular shape of the enemy's base on the map.
Oh, well, this is really helpful. Tell me, how do I add the photos on the markers? Is that possible right now?
Currently, no. Currently, this is not possible. Currently, photos can be only put by me.
Right.
But like said, the system has been created for it,
Okay.
like a start for it, and then later on, I would want to expand that feature to make it possible to edit by users, by users of the SCUM map.
I see. Mark, you were asking if you can donate to Jazi. Here you have the info button on the bottom left corner, and you have all the information over here, and you can donate to the project. Really simple. You have multiple ways on donating to the project. It's up to you how you want to donate, but yes, it is possible. You just have to
There
go to
is the simplest way is to click that right top corner button orange button, support me, which will
this
give
one.
you information. Yeah, which
All
will
right.
give you
So
information how you can
so
exactly donate.
yeah, there you have it. Two ways of support the project. Yeah, this is really helpful because it involves a lot of work, and it's not about uh, paying for the work, it's about paying for the resources and everything, because
Yeah.
maintaining a server and a website and all this stuff will bring some costs. So yeah, every
Yeah.
help is useful for this.
Yeah.
If
LT is asking about clicking on some kind of POI, for example, lumber mill, and when clicking on it, you will see the aerial photo of that particular POI.
let's see lumber mill. All right. So I have to click on it.
Yeah, on the marker.
Okay. So here you have it. You can click on it and you have the photo. Oh,
Yeah, this is
nice.
aerial photo of this POI. In future, I have plans to make it extendable, that you, when you are with your cursor above that photo, it will zoom in a little bit,
Oh, all
so that
right.
you can then see more details.
Yeah, well, you can see the aerial photo, and beneath you have this zoom in, zoom out, which pretty much helps. Yeah, well, this is nice. Well, a lot of these things I didn't know.
Yeah, because they appeared like after your video.
All right, all right. So I have to update myself with all of this, but I am really happy to see all of this. Um, Also, I wanted to ask you, um, is there any, I mean, any possibility to add these ones in alphabetical order, or you arrange them in terms of most prior ones that are mostly used, and then the others, about the filters, I mean?
To be honest, I've sorted them out with a priority of their urgency, let's name it. That, in my opinion, for example, churches needs to be on the bottom of the list because in
Yeah,
most cases they are not used, but bunkers or POIs or gas stations would need to be a little bit higher because they are, of course, which is very
POIs.
understandable. Yeah, those are very
Uh,
much
yeah, there are,
used.
yeah, the most used ones. Yeah. Well, this was one of my suggestions and one of my points that I wanted to ask you for a while, but I was keep
Well,
forgetting about them, and now that we are talking about filters and markers, I said, yeah, why not to shoot these questions to you?
Well, I also, I think, received that question today. That no, yesterday there was a suggestion that those filters could be ordered by a name, so alphabetically. But it's up to users if they, if from their perspective it is better to have them sorted like this. I can, of course, set it up without a problem.
Yeah, Horshan is asking an interesting question, which I would want to know the answer for it, about the limit of the picture resolution.
For now, I do not know. Like said, those pictures will be able to be zoomed, so the resolution will be possible to it will be possible to make them bigger, to upload bigger images. For sure. I do not want to people to have them very little and to be able to see very little. It would be nice to have as much detail about enemy space, for example, as people can.
Oh, I
But
see.
yeah, it really depends because it is also a server cost. If I would give to people a feature of uploading images, those images will be uploaded and uploaded constantly, and with it, the volume of the server will be, there will be less space in it. So the cost is rising for me, for example, right?
Yeah, well, true, because you have to have more storage on cloud, right? And
Yeah. That's why I need to find like a best solution for me, and which will be also the best solution
for the
for
user.
people using.
Yeah, yeah. So, if there are any other questions, please leave them in the chat. While I'm gonna do an overview of everything that we talked till now. So, in the perspective of a player, they can use the map for tactics, right? To make tactics, raiding
Yeah,
bases, and also logistic. I think is really important, having in mind that you can zoom in and draw lines and um, measure the distances.
and
Um,
see the heights of the terrain right now thanks to
yes,
topographic map.
yes, yes. Also, you can place markers, for example, for stashes, as I said, and have your stashes if you wanna be a rambling man and not having a base and have stashes. You can create your own map, having your own stashes, and know exactly where they are. Even if you're playing on multiplayer server like or single player, it is still useful. From a perspective of a server owner, I think the most interesting fact is that you can create multiple areas and give a little more information for your players on the server and not having to get a screenshot from in-game of the map, drawing inside I don't know, Canva,
Yeah.
Illustrator, Photoshop or
Yeah,
whatever.
well, we need to remember that the version of the in-game map is very like small.
Yes.
You have only one version, and instead we have the SCUM map, which can be zoomed in, zoomed out, and we can put every type of shape in there.
Yeah. Um, and all the other things that we have discussed about war zones, safe zones, event zones, track racing, and stuff like that. Um, if there are any content creators, I must say that it was really helpful for me for creating all the videos and also the video that I'm working on, the Scum, the movie, which is gonna be posted soon, helped me to travel really fast between the places that I wanted to record, and yeah, gave me the possibility of doing things really fast and really quick, not having to roll the wheels of the car from one to place to another. Yes,
I'm
and
glad.
yeah, and yeah, the creativity is on user side because we can only imagine what the people needs, but
Oh yeah.
if they are continuously throwing ideas and stuff, the map can get better and better. And you as a user, you can have the best outcome of this map when
Yeah.
I don't know when doing anything, any of these types.
Well, I must say that at almost every week, mm, I'm revealing something new that some people are using the map a little bit differently, or they want or need a particular feature which is currently unavailable in the SCUM map because of something. So people are giving ideas. People are like they have imagination. People in overall have imagination, and
Yeah,
this is why. like said previously, the amount of features, of ideas, of work which would need to be done to end, to set to myself that I've finished this project. There is no ETA that I cannot identify particular moment, day, month of which I will end that project. That's why, like because of it, there are many ideas.
Yeah, yeah, true. Well, Mark is really active on the chat as well as the others, but he put a question which I think is really interesting. Do you have an underground map?
An underground map. I would consider a map which would have caves, I presume, or something
Caves,
like it.
bunkers, everything is underground. I am thinking of this just flashed in my mind when I was playing Heroes 3. You were entering this skull mouth and you were going underground and you had a totally different other map from the surface. And yeah, could be a simple map. I know that you have the the markers of the bunkers, for example, but
Mm,
would be an underground map which displays the shape of the bunker. Of course, that you have to leave some space for people to discover, not giving them everything on a plate.
yeah, I know.
But
Well,
yeah, I
for
think
for sure. Well, what I can say about this that for now, for sure, I do not have such. Like it was very hard to get this topographic map working,
yeah,
and for now, making another layer of that kind will, like, for sure be at late future.
yeah,
But I would want to tell that with that feature which I already mentioned about those uh, mm, coordinates which you can collect and draw on the basis of those you can draw shapes of your bases, of enemy bases, etc, etc. It can be done also with bunkers, that you are going with your character around the place of the bunker in the above, and you
yeah,
are just collecting the coordinates, and then drawing. It will draw itself, to be honest.
yeah. Mark, I just want to point out that you can drop all these suggestions and everything you wrote in Discord suggestion channel. And for sure, Jesse and his team will gonna have a look upon your suggestions and try the best to give the users the best experience for what they want.
Yeah. Well, like I said previously multiple times, I'm open for suggestions, for new ideas, and I'm always available at the Discord. So if anyone would want to talk or give something, mm, I'm open always.
Yeah, thank you, LT, for being here with us. In fact, I will review the chat one more time to see if there are any unanswered questions. And basically, we are heading towards the end of the live stream. Um, yeah. So, Jesse, if you noticed any other questions that are unanswered or didn't covered in our talk, you
Well, I,
can.
I, I was trying, but like I said you yesterday, I would likely be walking around my whole room and just trying to say anything. So it is like that I'm trying to like I'm traveling through my whole room, and sometimes I'm looking at the cell phone to
Yes,
maybe
I know.
catch a question, but it's hard.
Yeah. Uh, Vegetables and crops will be, I think, will be added soon, right, Jesse? They are working
Well,
on something. They are
yeah, so
trying
some
to figure
people,
out. We already
Yeah,
discussed. Yeah.
some people are trying to collect a couple of those. I have plans to. I will be trying to collect a group of people willing to help with collecting all those vegetables and fruit spots. But like said previously at the very beginning of the live stream, it's not an easy task. So it would probably will not be like in the closest days. I would consider a month of work or something like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, with this being said, I want to thank you to everyone that joined the live stream. For sure, will be more and more live streams like this, and hopefully that we are gonna see a lot and a lot of users on the map. Um, Jesse, we are gonna head out to some fishing, right? Do you still have your fishing rod?
I have one on my back, yes.
I am already prepared, so
But
we
I
are.
do not know how to fish. I was never fishing in SCUM.
Yeah. Again, I want to thank you to everyone that joined. If you have, Jesse, any words for anyone, if you have any other ideas, you can wave your hand like, hey. um, yeah, very much appreciated. Um, and don't forget to stay safe, stay great. And as always, see you in the next one. Thank you so much, Jesse, for being here. Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
having me.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much to Bloody Marauders for hosting this live stream. I said that you have for SCUM Interactive Map, you have the link down below in the video description. You have also the Discord if you want to join. You have for Bloody Marauders the Discord and also the server IP and all the information. You should give it a try. It is a great server. And yeah, we're gonna head out to kill some fish, and we are gonna end this one right here. Thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next one.
Bye bye.
Bye.